Alright, it is Wednesday, August 7th, 2019 at 4:49 p.m. Alright, let's take a look at some headlines. Typhoon Lekima strengthening heading toward the Ryukyu Islands, Taiwan and Shanghai, China. Typhoon Lekima, the ninth named tropical cyclone of the 2019 Pacific typhoon season, is strengthening on its way towards southern Ryukyu Islands, Japan, northern Taiwan, and Shanghai, China. Although Lekima passed well north of the Philippines and it didn't directly affect the country, it enhanced the southwest monsoon, which caused heavy rains in the nation and sank 3 boats in the Guillemets Strait, killing 31 people and leaving 3 missing. The center of Typhoon Lekima, known in the Philippines as Hanna, was located 385 miles south of Okinawa, Japan. Its maximum 10-minute sustained winds were 80 miles per hour, maximum 1-minute sustained winds were 100 miles per hour, with gusts of 115 miles per hour. So it's heading to that area. Alright, let's take a look at the next story. Bodies found in Canada believed to be teen suspects wanted for multiple murders, police say. 2 bodies found in Canada are believed to be the 2 teen suspects wanted for multiple murders, officials said at the press conference on Wednesday. At 10 a.m. this morning, Manitoba, officers located the bodies of 2 males believed to be the British Columbia suspects near the shoreline of the Nelson River, approximately 8 kilometers from the burnt vehicle. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police said in a statement on Twitter. The search is over, officials said. Cam McLeod, 19, and Briar Schmegolski, 18, were wanted on Canada-wide warrants for second-degree murder in connection with the death of a man whose body was found along a highway near Dease Lake in northwest Canada on July 19th. So apparently these 2 guys were found and they're dead. So who killed them is my question. That's my question. They supposedly murdered somebody, a couple of people, and then now they were wanted and now their bodies were found. So who killed them? Alright. The teen truck camper was found in flames about 1.2 miles away from the body, identified as 64-year-old Leonard Dick of Vancouver, according to police. The teens, both Canadian, were also considered suspects in the shooting deaths of 24-year-old American Shayna Deese and her 23-year-old Australian boyfriend, Lucas Fowler, whose bodies were discovered July 15 along a highway near Laird Hot Springs, also in northwest Canada. Canadian police had sent divers into a river over the weekend to search for signs of 2 teenage boys and discovered several items along the bank of the Nelson River, as well as a damaged aluminum boat while conducting a helicopter search over Canada's northeast Manitoba province on Friday afternoon. Those items, which were police confirmed are directly linked to the suspects, were located 6 miles from where a burning building belonging to the teens was found 2 weeks ago, the police said. After the discovery, specialized RCMP teams began searching nearby high-probability areas, leading officers to the discovery of 2 male bodies in the dense brush, with 1 kilometer from where the items were found, police said. Autopsies will be conducted to officially identify the remains and determine the cause of death. So that's kind of like a weird story coming out of Canada. Alright, next. Backfires and falling sign sparked panic in Times Square, Utah, after shootings. Yeah, people have been panicking because of the shootings. So now if people hear bangs or any kind of loud noise or backfires from cars, they freak out and they start running. I was freaking out even more just because those 2 mass shootings that happened earlier in the week. That was just where your mind automatically goes to. At least 3 incidents in the United States on Tuesday, a shooting scare at a Louisiana Walmart, backfiring engines in New York's Times Square, and a falling sign at a Utah mall sent people running for safety just days after 2 mass shootings left more than 30 people dead in Texas and Ohio. In the scare at the Louisiana Walmart, the sheriff's office said in a statement to the NBC affiliate that no shooting is believed to have occurred and that one person was injured while fleeing the scene in Tuesday's incident. So pretty much people are scared. That's the state of America right now. People are scared, thinking that there's going to be shootings happening, and that's sad. That's not a good state to be in. Alright, next. Boy Scouts of America have a pedophile epidemic and are hiding hundreds in its ranks, lawyers claim. The abuse in scouting lawyers said they've identified 350 predators, scoutmasters, and represent 800 victims. The Boy Scouts of America are continuing to cover up a pedophilia epidemic within the organization, a group of lawyers alleged Tuesday in a new lawsuit. The abuse is scouting lawyers said they've identified 350 previously unknown scoutmasters and volunteers who allegedly preyed on boys, and whose names were not known to law enforcement or the BSA internal database, which critics have called perversion files. You can look at these files and not come to the conclusion that this was a massive problem that was hidden, attorney Tim Kosanoff said in a press conference. We know that when a pedophile abuses a victim is not just one, attorney Stuart Eisenberg. So each of these 350 abusers have dozens of other victims who have not come forward. The revelation that the lawyers had identified a small army who they claim are previously unknown scout sex abusers was contained in a lawsuit filed Monday in Philadelphia by a Pennsylvania man identified only as SD, who claims he had assaulted hundreds of times over a span of 4 years in the 1970s. SD, who lives in Wilkes-Barre, identified his attacker in the lawsuit as Paul Antosh, who also lives in the Pennsylvania city. I just heard about this lawsuit, Antosh, 62, told NBC News when reached by phone at the Poconos motel he manages. Asked if the allegations are true, Antosh said, "I'm in the process of hiring counsel." The complaint also names the Boy Scouts and Penn Mountains Council. The Boy Scouts of America knew for decades that sexual predators of boys had infiltrated scouting, the complaint states. In response to questions from NBC, the Boy Scouts of America said it was reviewing the spreadsheets the abused and scouting lawyers sent them, and continuing to manually search paper records at the local level to see if we can identify more information about the additional alleged perpetrators identified in the plaintiff's attorney list. We immediately investigated the limited information provided, and our efforts have already resulted in approximately 120 reports to the lead law enforcement agency in each state with an accusation of abuse. The Boy Scouts of America said in an email response, "We have also contacted local law enforcement for all the cases in which enough information was provided to identify the correct agency." In a quick review of the abuse scouting lawyers spreadsheet, NBC News found that at least half a dozen former scout leaders had been previously unmasked as predators and were listed in the BSA's so-called perversion files. NBC News also asked the BSA whether Antosh was still involved in scouting. There was no immediate response to that question from the scouting organization. So these guys have a lot to deal with all these epidemics of pedophile epidemics in the Boy Scouts of America. Alright, next. Florida lightning strike.
Adidas. You can feel the boost. You're walking.
Florida lightning strike causes toilet to explode, homeowner says. Toilet explodes after lightning strikes South Florida home. Lightning ignited methane gas that has formed in the home's septic tank. The explosion burst pipes and shattered the toilet. No one was hurt in the explosion. That is pretty intense. I was waiting to see if the video could fast forward so I could show the image of the exploded toilet. Here it is. There's the image. Toilet explodes after a lightning strike. So pretty much the gas that was in the septic tank ignited when lightning struck, and it just blew up the entire toilet. I found that pretty interesting and pretty amazing that lightning can do that. Alright, next. Signs of fall that can appear in August. One of the first signs of fall is cooler temperatures, and some areas have even seen a frost or freeze in August. By late August, many areas start to see their leaves change color. The chance of mountain snow also increases as the month progresses. By August, some begin to look forward to cooler temperatures and other changes that fall brings. In some areas of the United States, you can even see signs of fall, in fact, right around the corner. So fall is right around the corner. The peak of summer heats begin to wane as August progresses, and by the end of the month, temperatures noticeably begin to cool in some areas. Average low temperatures for the month are in the 40s and 50s, and in the Pacific Northwest, into the in Mountain West, as well as the Upper Midwest and Northern New England. But depending on the weather pattern, temperatures can dip below average at times. In fact, there are many areas in the northern U.S. that have experiences temperatures of 32 degrees or lower in August. So expect cooler temperatures if you live in the northwest, midwest, or the northeast. Hopefully, the cooler temperatures come down here to North Carolina because I am tired of the heat. Alright, guys, hit like and subscribe for more videos. Oh, and before I go, I had a comment about somebody saying that they had stories about UFOs. I put this underneath all my videos. It says send sky, UFO, or mysterious sky phenomena pictures or stories to spacerivernews@yahoo.com. You can also follow me on Twitter, and I leave my link under all the videos. So see you guys next time. Share your stories if you feel like it. God bless you.